Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
While it doesn't have the best display, most eye-catching design, or fastest performance, I found myself enjoying my experience with the Tab S6 Lite more and more. It's been one of my best purchases of 2021. That doesn't mean it doesn't have its caveats, which we'll get into later in the video. But for now, here's why I used the Tab S6 Lite in 2021. And shout out to PRIVADOVPN for sponsoring today's video. The Tab S6 Lite has been an amazing companion in the few months I've had it. It serves as an entertainment device, an education tool, and a productivity device all in one. Now let's start off with the most interesting, entertainment, of course. I use the Tab S6 Lite to watch YouTube videos, movies, and even read webtoons from time to time. I think we can all agree that the most important part of content consumption on any device is the screen. The Tab S6 Lite features a TFT panel, which typically tend to be flat and lifeless in terms of color, and while the panel on this tablet isn't nearly as saturated as an AMOLED panel, it surprised me with some vibrant colors, and the resolution of 2000 by 1200 pixels, while not the sharpest, lets me see everything in high definition. It only has a 60Hz refresh rate, which is understandable for the price point. The color representation, while not the most accurate, is definitely good enough to enjoy content consumption on. And speaking of content consumption, the Tab S6 Lite is practically the ideal companion for enjoying content on the go. The big battery and nice display size make it ideal for flights, train trips, or stops at restaurants or cafes. And one thing we know these places all have in common is free Wi-Fi, right? But is it actually free? Your devices are left exposed to hackers and ISPs who want to sell your data, and I'm sure you know that the best way to prevent this is by using a VPN. PRIVADOVPN offers you safe, secure, and blazing fast connections to hundreds of servers in over 44 countries all across the globe. With PRIVADOVPN, your privacy is their priority. And the best part is, you don't even have to pay to start using it. Yeah, there's a free plan that offers you up to 10 gigabytes every 30 days, and you can connect up to 10 devices to one account. Amazing, right? You can get access to your favorite content from anywhere in the world, as it supports shows and series from Hulu, Netflix, HBO, Disney+, etc. in different regions. PRIVADOVPN is available for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, Android TV, and even Amazon Fire TV. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. You can check out the link in the description below to sign up for a free account and see what Privado has to offer. The pixels per inch aren't the highest on the Tab S6 Lite, and if you look very closely, you might still see some pixels here and there, but I doubt anyone is holding their tablet like, I hit my mouth. But I doubt anyone is holding their tablet like 2 centimeters away from their face, or at least I hope no one is doing that. It's gonna ruin your eyes, come on. Having a screen this big isn't only suitable for watching videos, perhaps you want to play a few games too. Well, while the Tab S6 Lite only comes with a mid-range chipset in the Exynos 9611 with 4 GB of RAM, it still handles gaming quite admirably. I can play games like GTA San Andreas and Asphalt 9 on close to the highest settings with minimal lags or stutters. However, that doesn't mean the Tab S6 Lite is blazing fast or anything. In fact, it still has some problems multitasking, and I still find myself waiting for some things to happen. Be it when I'm trying to swipe out of an app or sometimes just waiting for an app to open, the Tab S6 Lite is sluggish sometimes, but not unbearably so. That said, one thing I really do hate sometimes is how slow the auto rotation is. It takes a solid 1.5 or 2 seconds for it to switch between portrait and landscape orientation, especially after just unlocking the tablet. This is something to keep in mind if you're planning on getting it. Now, before we move into the education section, if you've been enjoying the video this far, then a subscription to the channel would be absolutely amazing, as a lot of work goes into making these videos, and I would really appreciate the support. As some of you might know, I'm currently a final year medical student, and since I got the Tab S6 Lite, I found that doing academic work has become quite easier and more efficient for me. The 64 GB of onboard storage lets you save as many videos and PDFs as you want, and if you're starting to run out of space, then there's a provision for a micro SD card as well. We spoke a lot about the screen earlier, so I won't really go back to that. But watching medical videos while sitting in bed or on the go is a lot more convenient on the Tab S6 Lite than on a laptop or something like that. It's lighter, sleeker, and much easier to carry around. And we also have my favorite feature of the Tab S6 Lite, of course, which is the S Pen. Despite the good display, decent battery life, etc. of the Tab S6 Lite, the S Pen is what makes it the best choice for a student looking for a budget tablet in 2021. Unlike the Apple Pencil, which you have to buy separately, the S Pen comes with the Tab S6 Lite right out of the box. The S Pen has single-handedly changed my note-taking experience and has made it a lot more enjoyable while decluttering my school bag at the same time. It has a lot of features which make note-taking a breeze. And if you want to see exactly how I do this on the Tab S6 Lite, then you can check out my video detailing how I take notes as a medical student on the Tab S6 Lite in 2021. The link is in the iCard above. Moving on to the productivity aspect of this tablet, it is a productivity machine. If you're an office worker who has a lot of documents to read and sign, the big display is there to make reading PDFs a lot easier. You have your S Pen so you can sign those PDFs directly on your tab without having to print them or fax them or whatever those people who use paper do. It can also serve as a kind of teleprompter if you're a content creator. Just position it a little bit behind your camera, turn on your teleprompter app and read from the big screen. If you have a keyboard attachment, then you can use this as a kind of mini laptop, especially when it comes to taking down typed notes or typing down documents, which is a lot more convenient than typing on the screen in this situation. If you want a more immersive desktop experience, then you can try using Samsung DeX with an external monitor, but keep the performance limits in mind because this will not perform as well as a flagship device. It's got a rear camera for scanning documents or taking pictures, but keep in mind that it does not have a rear flash, so you're going to have to do all of this in a brightly lit environment. It's also got a front camera for video calls or selfies or what have you, but that camera is also positioned at the top, so you're going to want to do all of these in portrait mode and not landscape mode. Now, the question you've probably been asking yourself all video, should you get the Samsung Tab S6 Lite in 2021? Heck yeah! I mean, in my opinion, I've been enjoying my experience with this since I got this device, like I mentioned earlier. And aside from a few issues like the occasional performance stutters and the lack of a rear flash, this is still an amazing device. And the fact that it comes with the S Pen included at this price point just makes it, this is a perk that is going to be very, very tough to beat by competitors. So, summing up, the Tab S6 Lite has great battery life, a good display, a decent performance. The cameras are just for scanning documents or maybe taking pictures in an emergency. Remember, there's no flash there. There is a front camera for face recognition, but it's just 2D, so it's not secure. And the main attraction for the Tab S6 Lite is the stylus, the S Pen. So if you're a student and you're on a very tight budget, you are not in the Apple ecosystem, and you really need a tablet that will serve you properly, that will help you take good notes during classes and things like that, you definitely cannot go wrong with the Tab S6 Lite. But as you know by now, with me, it's always a conversation. So let me know what you think about it in the comment section right below the like button. If you enjoyed the video, then please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. And don't forget to check out PRIVADOVPN. The link will be in the description below. Stay cool, stay safe, and I'll catch you in one of the videos showing on the screen right now. Peace. The pixels per inch aren't the highest on the Tab S6S. The pixels per inch aren't the highest on the Tab XS. Jeez.